Okay, so I've had a person ask me to do a video on my large, like actual size stethoscope. I'm gonna try to type up the pattern. I have it written down, so hopefully, I haven't done it in a really long time, so hopefully it comes out right. What you're gonna need is worsted weight yarn in your choice of colors. I'm gonna make like a basic one, so I'm just gonna do gray and black. Your G-hook 4.0, a stitch marker, a stitch counter, scissors, a tapestry needle, and for you to be able to like bend it if you need to like keep its shape. You're gonna need some pipe cleaners or some sort of wire to make it hold its shape. I just use these because it kind of fills the area as I'm making it. Okay, so to get started, you're gonna get your G-hook and you're gonna make 6 single crochets in a magic circle. And I do my magic circle like so. Okay, I turned the light on. I don't know if it really did anything, but let's give it a whirl. Okay, so we're gonna do 6 single crochet inside a magic circle. Mine is like so. It's like I'm gonna go do a slip knot, but I'm not. I'm just gonna cross it over like so and hold it. I'm gonna insert my hook. I'm gonna grab my yarn, and since we're doing a single crochet, I'm just gonna chain 1, and that will be my like starting chain. Okay, and then I'm gonna do 6 single crochets inside the magic circle. So you go inside, you grab your loop, pull up, yarn over, pull through both. Go in, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through both loops. So that's 2. It's kind of hard to see with the black yarn. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then I take this tail and I just pull it. And then you're going to go into your very first stitch. You're going to grab your yarn, pull through, pull through, pull through, and chain 1. Okay, you're going to single crochet around twice. So insert into the first stitch, pull up a loop, pull through both. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So that's 1, but I want to get rid of this tail, so I'm just going to weave in my ends here. And just so it doesn't open up, I kind of just go through a little stitch, tie a knot, tie another knot, okay, and I flip it the right way. Let's do another round of the 6 single crochet. First we got to slip stitch it to our very first one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that's right here. And this is a little tough. Okay. You pull through, chain 1. Okay, and then we're gonna single crochet 2 together. So this is how, and I hope you guys can see this with my silly lighting. You go into the front loop of your first stitch. So you don't go through both, you just go through the front. You go to the next stitch just to the front. You pull your yarn through 2 of the loops, yarn over and through 2. So you did a decrease. So now we're going to single crochet in the rest. So that was 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 total. But we only did 4 because we single crocheted 2 together, but this is just a way of me remembering how many I did. Okay, so then we're going to slip stitch to the very first one, but we're not going to chain 1 because we got to change our color to gray. Okay, so I chain, kind of pull through a loop, and then I chain 1 with the gray to change the color, and then I just tighten it up. Okay, so now we're going to single crochet around 35 rounds, and it measures about 7 inches. So what do we have? 5 single crochets around. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we have 5 single crochets, and I'm just gonna do in continuous rounds. So I'm just gonna make a single crochet here. I'm not gonna slip stitch, I'm just gonna single crochet, and then I'm gonna use my stitch marker. I'm gonna count that I've done 1 already, and then I'm gonna tie this black one off because we're not gonna need that one for a little while. And then I'm gonna shove it in the earpiece and use it as stuffing. Okay. Okay. There. So it's stuffed like a turkey. Okay. So we've done 1 round. Okay, so we got to go around 34 more times. So 5 single crochets, 35 rounds. Okay, so we've done 1. Let's do 34 more. I'll see you at that end. Okay, and once I kind of start, I insert my pipe cleaner. I fold it in half, and then I fold the pokey parts down so nobody gets poked. And then I shove it in there. Okay, like so. And then I work my way down, and then when I get down to here, and then I need to add another one, I just pull it through that and fold it in half, and so on. So I'm getting started, and I'm going to work my way down, and I'll see you when we're done with these. Okay, instead of the pipe cleaners, I looked up and I noticed I had this, what is this, like, it says floral wire. I think I got it at the $1.25 store. It's 5 yards, 4.6 millimeters, 12 gauge, and it's already like coated in black, and it's a lot more pliable and smaller because when I did this, I folded it in half, but I didn't like the way it was looking. And then if I just do 1, which works fine if you're just, you know, it's using it for pretend play, it won't really hold its structure. So I suggest getting this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this just so it doesn't poke in the ear. Not that you would be sticking that thing in the ear anyway, but. And then I'm just gonna work. Oh, I don't know if this, oh, I guess I had a pre-cut one. This might be long enough. So I might just trim it to size. So I would just work it, because we're gonna do just one continuous piece pretty much. So just, you can, like I said, you can use the pipe cleaner. It works fine for me before. It's not a big deal, but I just noticed I had this and it's just a lot easier to work with. So, let's do our 35 rounds and I'll see you there. I did want to mention, if you do use the pipe cleaners, I would insert it before you get this far because it might be hard to stick it in there. With this one, it's not going to be hard because it's pretty firm. So if you're using the pipe cleaner, I would insert it now and work my way up, because if you try to do it now, even if you double, it's going to be really hard to stick it in there if you get any farther. So either way you choose, if you choose this way, I would start inserting it now. Okay, so I'm going to work on my last round here. One, two, three, four. And when I go into my fifth one here, I'm just going to pull up a loop, but I got to change my colors now to black. Back to this color. And I pull through. Okay. And I'm going to do 2 single crochets in this next stitch. Okay, 1, 2. So I'm gonna, and then I'm gonna crochet in the rest. So I'm gonna have 6 total. So that was 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And we're just going to continue to go in rounds again. So I'm going to do a single crochet there. And like I said, you can always use stitch marker. I'm in my she shed, so it's pretty quiet in here, so I can count to myself and just click. So then we cut the gray off for now. I want to make sure my, get in there, sheesh. I want to make sure my wire's still going to be good to go. Oh man, that's so much easier. Why was I doing it the hard way all this time? Okay, so now that we got our black part started, we're going to do the black part of 6 single crochets around 22 times. So we're going to do 22 rounds around. So we did that one, the first one didn't count, so we're going to do 22 more rounds of 6 single crochets. Okay, I'll see you when we've done that. Okay, I'm on my last round of my black here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but I'm not gonna finish it off because now I gotta change back to gray. Okay, and then we gotta make this one 5 single crochet. So let's do 1 in the next. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're gonna single crochet. So in the front loop and in the front loop of the next one. Why are you so hard to get in there? Okay, so front loop, pull through the 2 loops, yarn over, pull through. So we're going to do continuous rounds again. So if you need to, put your stitch marker. I'm going to clip off the black. I'm going to tie it off here. Let's make sure this is all good still. Oh my God, what was this all my life? Okay, so now we're back to gray. Excuse me. We're back to gray and we're back to 5 single crochets around. So we got to do our 35 rounds of 5 single crochet. So we're going to repeat this on this end. So I'll see you after I do 34 more rounds of 5 single crochet. Yay. Okay, so I just finished my last round of 35 rounds. I'm going to slip stitch it. Excuse me, I'm going to go into the next loop here. Grab a loop, pull through, chain 1. I'm going to snip that. Okay, we're going to take our needle and we are going to finish it off because we're going to make one more earpiece and then we're going to attach it to this side. Oops. Okay. Let's put this sucker in here. Oh. I must have like pre-measured it in my brain at one point. Okay. So now we're going to do another earpiece with our black. So our earpiece was 6 single crochets in a magic circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, Okay, and then we're going to single crochet around twice. So let's slip stitch. Come on. You can slip stitch. I'm just going to do a continuous circle because I feel like it. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then we single crocheted 2 together. That was 2. 3, 4, 5, and 6. So that should just be 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And then I'm just going to slip stitch to this next stitch here because we're going to sew it to this part. So we're going to leave a little bit of a tail, not too crazy because it's just a little bit. Okay. We're going to bend this bad boy down. Okay. We're going to take our needle. Okay, and we're just going to sew it on here. So let's pick a spot. I'm just going through the stitches here. Go through the next stitch. Come on. Okay, I think that's all of them. Okay, we're going to tie this off. And then I gotta go eat and finish this later because I'm starving to my death. Okay, so I have this piece. I'm gonna go eat, and then I'll be back. Okay, so now we are going to work on the connector piece right here. So we take our black yarn and we are going to chain 9, and you're going to leave a little tail because you're going to want to sew it on there. Okay. Excuse me. Okay. Sorry. So we're going to chain 9. So we're going to do a slip knot, which is like so. Insert your hook, grab your yarn, pull through, pull through. I gotta close the door because it's loud outside. Now we're gonna chain 9. Okay, a chain is like so. Grab your yarn, pull through. So that's 1. Grab your yarn, pull through. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And now we're going to single crochet across. So you're not going to go into this first one, you're going to go into this next one. Pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through both loops. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. You're going to chain 1. And then I'm going to make a tail that's long enough to weave through to attach it to that side. Okay. So then I'm going to take my yarn what the freak? Really? Really? Come on now. Okay, so then I take this piece and I'm just gonna weave it through kind of towards the back here. And then this way, I have yarn to attach it on both sides. Okay, so we'll set that aside for now because now we're going to work on our long piece. Okay. I need your black yarn again. And we're going to do a magic circle and we're going to do 6 single crochets again, but we're going to leave a little tail because we're going to attach this piece that we're starting off on to our bottom like diaphragm, whatever you call it, diaphragm part. So you're going to leave a little tail. You're going to do your magic circle and you're going to do 6 single crochets. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. You're going to pull this tail. Okay. And you're just going to do continuous circles or continuous rounds. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're going to do that until this piece measures 11 inches. But I'm going to take my centerpiece. I'm going to pull it out because I'm going to use it later to attach it to the diaphragm, like I said. So let's do this continuous 6 single crochets until this piece measures 11 inches. Okay, so I've made my long tubing here. And this one we don't stop or do anything with. This one's just kind of dangles there. I'm going to just slip stitch into the next stitch to finish this one off. And I'm going to leave a tail on there because we're going to attach it to that Y piece there. Okay. We got that piece, we got that piece. Okay, so now we're going to work on our diaphragm. Okay, so our big one, we're going to take, my phone is dead and I'm trying to charge it at the same time here. Okay. We're going to do, get off me, a magic circle, and we're going to do 13 double crochets in there. So let's start off doing our magic circle like always. And instead of doing one chain, we're going to do 2 chain because we're doing double crochet. Okay, and then we're going to yarn over. We're going to insert our hook. We're going to pull up a loop. We're going to yarn over and we're going to pull through 2 loops, yarn over, 2 loops, and that's a double crochet. Yarn over, go inside your loop or your magic circle, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through the other 2. So we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I gotta plug in my hot glue gun. If you have a hot glue gun, it's time to plug it in. 6, 7, 8, 9. Oops, sorry. Jesus Christ, 9. 10, 11, 13. Okay, let's make sure because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We're going to get our little tail, tighten it up. I'm going to slip stitch it, slip stitch to the very first stitch, chain 1, and we're going to do 2 single crochets, excuse me, in each one. 1, 2, excuse me, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, slip stitch to your very first one, chain 1, bloop. Okay, so we got our big one, big part. Now we're going to do the small part, which is exactly just like that. We just don't do the 2 single crochets. So magic circle, chain 2, double crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Pull tight. Slip stitch to our very first one. Chain 1. Okay. So there's the small one. Now we got to do the piece that connects them in the middle. Okay, it says chain 11 in my notes. Slip knot, chain 11, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And single crochet around. I'm thinking that means I have to attach it. We attach it to the very first one with the slip knot. So you go into your very first chain here, grab your yarn, pull through, chain 1. And I'm going to turn it just so I'm working on the pretty side. Okay, and then we're just going to single crochet around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, and then we slip stitch it to our very first one, chain 1. Now, if you want to sew this center to these, if you don't have hot glue, you would leave a longer tail to sew them on. I'm going to hot glue the pieces together because I think it gives a cleaner look and I'm lazy. Okay, so let's assemble. That's all our pieces and parts. I gotta make sure I type this up for you guys and post it on the website. Put that aside. All aside now. Okay, let me look at my picture and make sure I'm gonna do this right. Okay, so the little one goes up on top. Okay, so we're going to finish these off here. So let's weave in all our ends so I don't bore you with all this stuff, and then I'll show you how I put it together. Okay, so let's assemble all our pieces here. Let's connect our little V connector here. You're going to want to match it up where the black starts. Okay, let's do that to this side. So got that. So now we're gonna just weave our ends in. Okay, so I weaved in all my ends, and now we're gonna attach this long piece down here. So for me, I like to keep it open. Like you can pinch it and sew it, but I like to keep it like it's part of the tubing. So I try my best to attach it in that way. It's kind of hard to show it because of the black. Okay, so you got your Y piece attached. So let's weave in our ends on that one as well. Okay, so we got that. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna attach, make sure that's flat, because we're gonna attach this part to this part. So it's going to be like that. Make sure it doesn't like wobble. Okay. And then we can hide our weaving and ends inside of this. Let's do that. Okay, so now this is where our hot glue comes in. Okay, so the big diaphragm goes on the bottom. Okay. Take our bottom. And we put our ugly piece kind of towards where nobody can see it. Okay. So it's in the center. Okay. And then we take our little diaphragm. I just kind of want to get rid of these things. Ah, my finger. Okay. And then we put the glue on top of this. Then we take this and we go boop. And then we go like that. And there we have it. There is our stethoscope. And you can obviously change that, okay, because it seemed kind of long. Anyway, just play with it. That's all your heart's desire. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. I hope you guys like it. Make it, share it, show me, all that good stuff. Don't forget to subscribe because I'm trying to make more videos as I possibly can. If you've given me an idea and I haven't made it, it's because I'm still figuring it out. So, there's the latest request, and I will move on to a couple more that I've made up myself. Yeah. So I'll see you guys on the next one. Okay, thanks. Bye.